Jack in the Box.
Welcome to another edition of Jack in the Box. I'm Jack. This is DB. This is where we go through these old storage boxes of vintage action figures. They've been in storage for the past 20, 25 years. We're going to open them up now, show them to DB for the first time. You get to follow along as well. What's in the box? This is interesting because, look, it's old Toys R Us bags in here. I don't think Toys R Us is even around, or maybe they left and they're coming back. I don't know exactly what's going on.
There's still some Toys R Us.
Still some Toys R Us. Okay, so do you recognize this creature?
Yeah, we got a Tauntaun with a saddle.
Tauntaun with saddle. That's right
awesome.
there. Absolutely.
I like that. That's cool.
Interesting to see this Tauntaun here. I don't remember having too many Tauntauns, but here is one of them right here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with this box, but we're just going to kind of keep going. Let me see. There's something else here as well. Okay, this is interesting. This is one of those vehicles that came out for Empire Strikes Back. Have you ever seen anything like this?
I don't think I've ever seen this before.
So this is something that wasn't actually represented in the movie. It was kind of a way for Kenner to sell vehicles a little cheaper than what they would sell the big vehicles for. So that way, you know, if you couldn't quite afford the bigger vehicles, or you were kind of too young for the bigger vehicles, but you wanted to have some sort of vehicle. So this is actually supposed to kind of be like a representation of an AT-AT walker.
Okay.
I know it doesn't really look like an AT-AT walker, but that's kind of what that's supposed to represent.
Got it.
Let me see what figures we have in here. Okay, I'm kind of remembering now. All right, I do remember that. Oh, interesting. All right, so there's a lot of different figures here. Let me see what else is here.
Wow.
There's something else in this, another Toys R Us bag. Let's see what else is in Toys R Us. I'll give this over to DB. Okay, so now this, oh wow, I haven't seen this thing in forever.
Nice.
Look at that. Still makes the clicking noise. Absolutely. So this is one of those like turrets or like cannons that they had out there on the Hoth world. Kind of have that out there. Let me see what figures we have here.
Does it blow it apart?
Yeah, the button kind of blows it apart,
Nice.
but you can just kind of keep it together for now. Let's see what else we have. All right, so here's one of those guys. So this is one of the rebel commanders or rebel soldier. He would be like one of the guys that would kind of like, you know, man that turret over there.
Nice.
So you can kind of put him nearby.
Right
there you go. Or, you know, maybe just off to the side of it or something, I think is fine. All right, so I'm just going to come out with the next thing in the box. Okay, interesting. This is another one of those little vehicles that was never actually in the movie.
It's like a G.I. Joe tank.
It does look like very tankish or something. I think this was supposed to be, instead of, you know, if you didn't get the snow speeder, you got one of these instead. And that was, you could use that instead of the snow speeder. Still a lot more stuff in here. Okay, so here's an action figure. This is another rebel soldier. You can put him inside of the snow speeder type thing.
Got him in there.
Okay, cool. A lot of things happening in this box right here. Okay, so here's an AT-AT driver. He can go into the AT-AT looking thing over there.
Okay.
And then we've got a couple snow troopers. I'll give you a couple snow troopers to kind of put out because we got to do the battle. And this was all, you know, when I went to school, we had a house. I shared a house with this guy named DC, and we had these little like shelves set up at each window, and we would put the action figures up. Here's another snow trooper to kind of put there. Interesting. Wow, I still have the reins for the Tauntaun as well.
Oh, wow.
That's very hard to keep together. Usually this falls apart. I'm very surprised to see that this is still together. We'll just kind of keep it over to the side here.
How does it go? Does it go over the top?
It kind of goes, you know, it'd take me a second to put it in, but in the mouth there, and then kind of like around. Yeah, but we'll just keep that over to the side. Here's the Han Solo. I don't know if you've seen this Han Solo yet. That's the best, or the Hoth Han Solo. Yeah. That's nice. You recognize him?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Really cool.
And you can see...
He's got his blaster like in his holster.
Yeah, blaster in the holster. First Star Wars action figure to come with a holster. Had a little space right there. You could put the little butt of the gun into the holster there. Yeah, put him right in there. He just kind of stands up and...
there we go.
And does the so you know Han Solo's so cool that he actually doesn't even need the reins. He can just kind of hold on to the horn of the saddle, and he's got control of the Tauntaun, no problem. So this is one of the rebel commanders, and you can see he had that gun kind of strapped up over there. Also on the Imperial side, it looks like General Veers here, the AT-AT commander. He can hang out, play with us as well. And then we've got this guy. Do you recognize this guy?
This must be Luke.
That's
right
Luke
here.
Skywalker right there.
Nice.
Yeah, so they finally did come out with a Luke Skywalker in the Hoth battle gear. They had these two guys out first, or at least, I'm sorry, they had this one guy out first in the first wave, but he wasn't really Luke Skywalker. They did have Han Solo in the first wave, but it was like, hey, if we want to play with Luke, they had the Bespin Luke, but no Hoth Luke. Second wave came out. We finally got the Luke Skywalker and Hoth right there.
I like
so
it.
that was fun.
That's cool.
The other thing that's in here is like all this packing stuff, but we actually use this as snow. So I'll just dump this out and it's snowing, and that was the Hoth battle diorama with the snow and the tauntauns and all the action and everything. So we basically set it back up. Oh, here's one more AT-AT driver as well. Just in case that guy gets shot, you've got one more that can kind of take control as well. If
have him hanging on the back.
have him hanging or just over to the side there. Yeah, exactly. So this is that setup that we had right here. So fun to be able to see this again. So amazing to be able to share this with DB.
Yeah, this is really awesome. I love the setup here and the packing peanuts help make it look like the Hoth system. That's
absolutely, yeah. No, knee-deep snow for everybody right there. That's really cool. And, since we're getting towards the end of the video here, I'll just kind of hold this and, they got us, and that kind of popped over.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of comes into pieces. But, this was kind of like before the speeder bike, which also blows up. This was one of the first things that you could kind of like hit and destroy and that type of thing. Yeah.
That's cool.
And so just really cool what Kenner had going on here. So awesome to be able to show all this to you. The other thing I'll also point out is if you look at those two snow troopers, I just noticed this. You can see there is a little variation there.
Yeah, definitely.
So one has kind of like the dual goggle or double goggle. The other one's the uni goggle going across. So different variation. Can you tell, are they both Hong Kong made, or is one Hong Kong and one a different country?
Let's find out. Let's see here on the back of the leg. This one is made in China.
Just China?
And then this one is made in Hong Kong.
Interesting. Okay, and definitely at that time, China and Hong Kong were two different kind of states, different governments and different things like that. So one of them must have been made on like mainland China, the other one in that little sectioned off area of Hong Kong, which was controlled by the British at that point. Very, very interesting to have both of those represented.
Yeah.
All these figures to have represented. We've got the Luke Skywalker and the Rebel Commander. We've got Han Solo and his Hoth gear. General Veer's making an appearance. The AT-AT drivers. Really, really cool action figures. We've got so many more of these to come. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're going to see all our other videos pop right up. It's the easiest way to see all of our videos and contribute to our channel. We need you to help us spread the fun. That's exactly what we're doing on Jack in the Box. Leave a comment, hit the like button. I'm Jack. This is DB.
And we did it Hoth style.
Jack in the box.
Be sure to subscribe and binge watch all of our episodes. Thanks for tuning in to Jack in the Box.